Now that you have known how to create token mint and can work with creating a mint, now we need to also now create a token account where we are going to put those minted tokens. In our previous lesson, we created a mint, and this mint has let's try this mint has the decimals of a token, the mint authority. But now we need to create a token account. This token account serves as the holder of our tokens, where we are going to mint in those tokens into. Like right now, this is our mint account, which has the address, which is this address. With this address, you can find our mint account anywhere. It has the current supply, but now there's no token in it because there's no linked token account linked to this. The mint authority which is ourselves. So let's create a token account for this. You can also read more and get more information on how to on token accounts, maybe on Solana. You can choose to read more on the documentation here and know more about this. And create tokens with the token program and also creating here in Solana documentation you can also learn more about the token program, token mint, token account, and creating token mint and token account. The token program that's where we use SPL token, Solana SPL token. Also, the token program contains instruction for creating and interacting with SPL token. This is what does the sending, creating, receiving SPL tokens. Now, token mint are accounts that define a specific token. Now, when we created this token account, we, as described here, are accounts that define a specific token. Now, this token is defined. This is token mint. You see it here. It defines a specific token. It defines the address, defines the current supply, the authority, the decimals. So if there's any like maybe a freeze authority, it will also show in this. It's like the metadata of our token. If a token has a name, it will also show the name here. If it has a symbol, it show the symbol here. This is our token entirely. So now, just if you continue the document, you said this include information about the token itself, like many decimals it has, the account allowed to mint more, called the mint authority, who is allowed to mint more of this token. Now the token account holds token of a specific token mint. For most users, their balances of each token mint are stored in a specific token account. Now, this is what we want to create now, the token account that will hold our token. So we can do that. Let's continue. Let's create another component to do that. So let's create a token account. Create a token account .gss. Let's link it up in our import create token account. Create token. So right now it's not yet exported from this. So let's continue the build up. Use client. We import use state which is from React. We import Solana Web3.js from at Solana Web3. We import as token from Solana SPL token. We import those from Toastify. We also import use connection. Remember, these are very important if you want to connect your wallet to the UI. Use wallet. Now let's create our token function. Create token account function. Export default. Cost public. I know by now you'll be familiar with some of the things we are doing here because some of these are still repetition. We send transaction all from the use wallet. We also get the connection from the connection, use connection. Use connection. We also get the account transaction, set account transaction. These are for the uses for use date in React for us to store some of these inputs. So we can also get our account address as well. And also remember that last time we did our connection error. This is just if there is no public key or no connection, we should tell the user we should connect their wallet and return true. Else we should go ahead and return false. So now this is the function for creating. Now when the button is clicked, this create account function will be called. So we create account. It's an asynchronous function. Here we choose to pass in if plus prevent default. If connection error, if connection error, we should return. If also there is no mint address, because we want to link this up with our create mint function. So now when we if we need to pass in the mint address, but I'm checking how the best possible way for us to use it. But I don't think maybe we'll be using it here. Maybe we should omit it and go ahead and maybe bypass it since but for us to use it, we need to pass it into this UI. Maybe from here, I'm checking what's the best possible way for to do this. Because without a mint being created, we can continue creating a token. To first of all, user has to first of all create a mint account before they can also can be able to create a token. So to do that, we can We can pass in this, the mint address here, mint address that we used here. It's what we called it, right? Mint address, am I right? Yeah, we can pass it here. Now, in this, we can now pass as use that if no mint address was in the were received, we should toast an error. So please enter please create please create a mint first. Please create a mint first. So if a user doesn't have a mint, they cannot continue the process. They have to get a mint first for this. So you can try by saying that if so we can choose to use and if there's no public key, we should console an error to user. Public key is null. Ensure wallet is connected. Then maybe we can return it. Now furthermore in the line. Now here we also do the same thing we did, similar something we did in the last in the creating of a mint. We also have to generate a new key pair for the token account using Solana Web3 to generate. Let me catch this. We also can create a space for our token to be in token dot mint size. We did this in our create mint function. We can also get the lamp port. We get the minimum balance for rent exemption and we pass it the space. So now what you're saying, we want to get the minimum rent exemption for a space that contains this. How much rent are we going to pay? First, in the create mint, we checked the minimum rent exemption for to store a mint, to store your address in the blockchain, Solana blockchain. But now we're asking for this token, for this space, how much is the rent we should pay? So we can now pass in our transaction. Update the system program dot create account from public key, put in a public key, new account public key, and token account. It's similar to what we did in the create token account because they're all just similar. Now we pass in the second instruction as well. Create initialize account instruction. Now the new token account is the account token the public key, the mint address. Now remember this mint address, we are passing it from here. So this mint address, what it means now is that we're not in this instruction, we're not saying this is our mint address for this token. The public key as well, who is the owner, so the token program. This is now the difference from our former instruction and this one. Here we are just creating it, initializing mint instruction for the mint. Now here we are creating initializing account instruction and we are now passing in the mint address. So for it to now link up with this, because for any token account there must be a mint address. So with this instruction done, we need to now sign our transaction. Signature equals to await send transaction connection signers token account. Now to populate it in our UI, we can choose set account transaction signature, set account address token address. This is for us to populate our UI with the instruction. Then we can the token account created successfully. We can continue by now. And also in this, there's this we created on from correct. Of this on mint, didn't use it anywhere, right? Okay, so let me check out. Let's continue first. Let's see how we want to work with it. Let's catch the error here. Okay, now those okay. Those dot error create token account console dot error account creation error. So now with this now we have finalized our function. This function from here does the whole creation of token and joining together with your mint address This creates only a token account and not a token. Remember, these are two different things. We create a mint, we create a token account, and we now mint a token. So this now we're just creating a token account for this. So as usual, let's also create what we're using to populate our URL letter in the line. Maybe account output equals to title token account address dependency account address, then the link account address, https explorer, okay, explorer.solana.com address slash the account address dot two is 8. Now for it to redirect to the devnet, we need to put in our cluster.devnet here. Else, if there's nothing, it should return an empty string. So let's also do the same thing here. Title account transaction. So now here it's for the transaction signature. So if you want to see the transaction signature, we also want to populate it and show you too. And then see account transaction. Okay. So now once we are done, let's now return everything. Let's now return our UI. Return, create a form. In this form, we put in our on submit. We create account. Something is wrong here. It's not populating. Okay, return this, and then we create a form. This one. Okay, then I'm going to get background of A302F pieces rounded large shadow large shadow large, and here we now add in our div. Taking also a class name to design it. Flex justify between items center, then before. Now here we can choose to add in our h2 tag text to Excel. It's not responding. Okay. Then text dot f a 6 e c e. So let's check and see what our URL. What's the issue here? Okay, let's import our port create token account. Let's put it here. When we go back to our code, let's see. Okay, there's no create token yet. Okay, this is the token account because we have not written anything here, so that's why it's not showing. Let's continue. Then in this case, we can write create account, maybe some emoji. Let's go back and check. Okay, our code is not showing create account, so let's populate it with some fields. We add a button to it. This button is to be attached to submit. Since this button is the same button we used before, I think it's best we just get the same button here. Okay, oh, just a simple button. We didn't style it, so there's no need. Just a simple button. Okay, now with this, maybe we can let's create another div. Text small, font semi-bold, background. Two, 5, 2, 4. border border gray 500 rounded large pixel 2 pixel. Now we add our unordered list. So now here we populate with this account out this output we created, this const, we can now populate it here. Then here we can now serve this here. When we pass in our key, the title, we also pass in our style. Just create a span, and this span, over over text. I think this thing we can just take it from here, from correct. This dependence we can just pick it from here. Rather than having to write everything from scratch again, pick it from here. Now serve it here. We'll still be getting the same results from correct. Yeah, exactly. That's what we wanted to do. Yeah. So now let's run our code and see if what we built here actually worked. So with that, let's first create a token. Let's create our account first. Let's create a token mint. We create a mint. Okay, now we have a mint. That's some of our instruction for our code. Account does not exist. It's still be validated in the blockchain. Okay, so now it's just token mint, our address, our mint authority, which is us, token mint, decimals. Now, with this one, let's also create a token account. It's not responding. I think I know where the issue might be coming from. Remember, I asked something similar about us not passing passing in the account. Token account. But if I'm right, this button is not responding. Where could the issue be coming from? Okay, now this. Okay, let's tackle this error and see where the issue might be coming from. So, okay, let's check our placement is working from there. We can maybe decipher what is that we are missing. And also check our mint address is here by default. We have our in the connection area we have our mint address. So let's if there's if connection error return, if mint address those the error please mint first return from public key as well. Then there might be an issue. What could be the issue with this? Our account is showing we have our token account, our public key. Ah, see the error. If there is no connection, see, if there's no public key and if there's no connection, that's that's where the issue is coming from. If you restart this, the wallet return false. If no public key, okay, let's try and see. First of all, submit a mint token. Now the submit button is not working. I don't know what could be the issue. So let's check again. If you connect our wallet, we create a mint, but this is not responding. Why is it not responding? Let's go back to our code. I think we are not passing in our create mint. So we're not passing in our create mint. The mint address from here, we're not passing it. We're not passing it back to our mint created. Then here, mint address. Where is mint address coming from? Okay, I think one way to solve this thing is let's create another component. Address component .jsx. Let's use this as the binding block to connect the two functions. So import the dashboard. Now export default implement. Then from here we can be able to, let me say, get the mint address, set mint address equals to use state one. Now inside this dashboard, now what we want to do is to, now since this dashboard has access to both these two functions, we can now get it from mint address equals to mint address, and the set mint address equals to set mint address. I think this will do. Then we can now pass this and remove this entirely. Now using this parent DSS, we can now import it here. Import parent component. Now export function from export default function. Now inside it, we now return is parent class and parent. So I think with this we can, we're now putting everything inside this dashboard JSX, then now pushing it up to the parent component. So if we try to go back, let's check. There's no error. Connected. Let's submit the transaction here. Okay. Now exactly, we're now able to access this. So now we're now creating the token account for that transaction. So we're now paying the fee, the network fee, the fee, total everything. We now this now. Okay, let's check this. When we check this, is our mint account. This address is HZ, this is our address, we are the mint authority. And also when we now go to token account, let's check as well. Token account, this is our mint. Token account is now linked to this mint. So now with this we can now push in tokens, token balance, we're now pushing mint token into this account. So with this, when we check our mint, we're now redirected back to this. And we can also see our token account. But now we have now created a mint, and we are also created a token account. No, the remaining thing now is to mint a token inside that token account. So that will be covering up next.